These are 20 Kendrick Lamar facts you didn't know. And first, he joined the show Power and played a crazy person.
You don't have any friends, do you? Are you sad? Medication can help to treat symptoms of depression. Side effects may include stiffness, dizziness, butt bleeds, nut burns, and dick noise.
Get the fuck out of here.
He nailed being a crackhead. But at number 19, Kendrick looked in the mirror until he saw the unbelievable.
Started when I was 9 years old. I was looking in the mirror, talking to myself in the mirror. A split second, I seen something a little bit different than the eye can see, in the physical form. I seen something a little bit more. I actually seen my soul, in the mirror. And it's a scary sight.
But for number 18, Kendrick Lamar cheated death. Look, the acronym in his album Good Kid, Mad City stands for the time his life hung by a thread.
Basic standout meaning is my angels on angels dust.
So you knew somebody on Angel Dust?
No, that was me.
You?
That the guy laced.
Oh.
Reason why I don't smoke, and it's in that album.
But at number 17, I'm pretty sure you didn't know that he had the most powerful man in the world starstruck. See, former President Barack Obama loved Kendrick's music so much, he had him performing live at the White House.
Kendrick is a friend of mine. I've been knowing him for a long time.
If Drake and Kendrick Lamar got in a rap battle, who do you think would win?
Gotta go with Kendrick. He actually performed at the White House.
But the one in front of the one lives forever.
But for number 16, I bet you didn't know he's saving lives. See, Kenny's song, Not Like Us, was proven by the American Heart Association that it can be used for hands-only CPR. Yeah, the song's 101 beats per minute is literally the perfect tempo, and it still couldn't revive Drake's career after Not Like Us. But for number 15, no one knew just how petty Kendrick really is. See, his diss song to Drake was so good, it won 5 Grammys in one night, because Kendrick decided to troll his nemesis by accepting his award in a denim outfit called Canadian Tuxedo. Dude isn't playing fair, because at number 14, he has a secret formula. Look, Kendrick can never get enough of his favorite snack.
I had all the cereal. Ain't no cereal I couldn't have. None of that bullshit. Cheerios with the no sugar. What all that healthy shit? Raisin Bran? Stop talking to me.
Dude even cracked the code for the perfect bowl.
This is the legendary Fruity Pebble. The reason why I like the Fruity Pebble so much is because in the beginning, the crunch is always one of a kind. I laugh and shit, I'm serious. I eat that one crunch, you get the feel of the shit, and I just let that shit sit. Bring it back after a minute, 60-40 rule. I like half of my shit 60% soggy and the other 40 crunchy. Now you be able to blend that shit in. Fire back.
But for number 13, I bet you didn't know he has the wildest jewelry ever. I mean, the king of rap gifted himself a crown of thorns worth $3 million. Yeah, those custom diamonds straight from Tiffany were made to make sure you never forget his message.
I wear this as a representation so you'll never forget one of the greatest prophets that ever walked the earth. They judge you, they judge Christ. We're gonna continue to try our best to walk in his image.
That's gotta be one of the greatest flexes in rap history. But at number 12, Kendrick's bloodline runs deep with star power, because he is cousins with music and basketball legends. See, while Kendrick became the king of West Coast rap, his cousin Nick Young was balling for the Lakers.
Kendrick Lamar is your cousin.
Yeah, he used to hoop with us a little bit. He was just shorter, so.
He was definitely short. He was like 5'7" or something?
Yeah.
Kendrick might have been too short to hoop with Nick, but he paved the way for another cousin to take the spotlight. Look, Baby Keem wanted to be just like his big cousin, so he had to prove he belonged.
Like later, I finally just sent him a song, and it was just he's like, oh shit, he heard something, and I guess he's like, I'm gonna play this for everybody. And I'm like, all right, for sure. And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna send him no more music. I'm gonna wait and get better again, and then we'll come back later, and then I'll send him music again.
And they didn't just cook up bangers, they won a whole Grammy for their track, Family Ties.
The Grammy goes to Family Ties, Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick is passing on the legacy. But at number 11, he won something only awarded to the greatest works of literature ever made. I mean, the lyrics on Kendrick's album Damn were so revolutionary, he became the first rap artist to ever win a Pulitzer Prize.
Congratulations, Kendrick Lamar.
But look, we're in the top 10, so you're about to learn facts about Kendrick Lamar you never knew. And first, let's talk about how Kendrick was chosen for Rap Destiny. Look, he went to the same high school of the legendary artist he grew up idolizing. See, this is Dr. Dre, one of the greatest producers of all time, and he dreamed at Compton Centennial just like Kendrick. But when they finally met, Kendrick left Dre disrespected.
All of a sudden, when Dr. Dre gives you the call, where are you? Does he call you? Does he come visit you? How's that all go down?
Me and my boy Ali, we was eating at Chili's. I'll never forget. We was eating at Chili's and we got a call like, yo, Dr. Dre likes your music. and was like, who the fuck is this on the phone? Like, get out of here, man.
You hung up?
Yeah, we hung up.
But for number 9, he's always showing love to rap legends. Just like the time Lil Wayne almost retired from music forever. So Kendrick saved the legacy by practically begging on his knees.
Talking about retire and this shit. Fuck that. Retire, quit and rap, whatever you want to call it. Fuck that.
Kendrick was looking ridiculous, but Wayne came back all because of him.
The artist that I don't know and that tweeted and came out like that, and Kendrick Lamar's and people like that, you know, I was like, wow, I didn't know.
Let me ask you about
it. Mattered.
But look, for number 8, we gotta talk about how Kendrick broke the internet. Cause when Kendrick dropped his album GNX, he heard DJ Mustard's beat and went off. That scream filled the internet with Goku memes, and 3 months later, Kendrick confirmed he was feeling like a Super Saiyan. But at number 7, I bet you didn't know Kendrick has multiple identities. See, his first nickname came from his parents after baby Kendrick was acting so mature. They started calling him Man Man, and that name will always be the root of his music.
To come to grips to the idea of knowing who Man Man was, you know, as a 7-year-old boy and figuring out who they see as Kendrick Lamar, you know.
But Kendrick outgrew the kid name, and by his 4th album he was known as Kung Fu Kenny, aka Black Turtle.
The first technique is shell shock.
And in this era, Kenny was rapping like a Kung Fu master.
Kendrick Lamar, Kung Fu Kenny. I look at Kung Fu Kenny as a master of the craft now.
But that's not even his final form, cause SZA knows him by the name of one of the greatest legends of them all.
I know him, and we're on the same label. I call him Yoda as a joke.
He really got the cheat codes to life. But at number 6, he made his greatest decision ever. Look, the rapper used to go by a completely different stage name, cause he started out in Compton as K. Dot, but his career was going nowhere. He was rapping about money he didn't even have, and fake flexing like every other rapper. But the change to his first and middle names would be his turning point.
And when people heard K. Dot, they was like, yo, the kid is dope, he can rap, but who is he? You know what I mean? That went on for years. So I was like, you know what? I want people to know who I am as a person and what I represent.
He knew that his honesty could inspire the world. And that's how he became the king of the West Coast at number 5. Look, before Kendrick was even topping the charts, the West Coast kings like Snoop Dogg and The Game knew it was time to pass him the crown. And this meant the world to Kendrick, because he was brought to tears. That title gave him the confidence to take shots at the best in the game at number 4. See, last year, the world was hooked on the beef between Kendrick and Drake, but their hatred goes way back. Now, in 2012, Kendrick dropped a verse on the song Control, where he made it clear he wanted to be the best.
Pusha T, Meek Mills, A$AP Rocky, Drake, Big Sean, Jay Electron, Tyler McMillan. I got love for you all, but I'm trying to murder you niggas.
Kendrick was throwing some jabs just for competition, but Drake took it personal.
I think that Kendrick has like the utmost potential, man. Like, I didn't feel a way about that verse. I get it. That verse had no malice behind it because I saw him 5 days later at the VMAs and it was all love. Because I kind of lost like a little respect for the sentiment of the verse. If it's really fuck everybody, then it needs to be fuck everybody. It just can't be halfway for the sake of the people.
He was all in his feelings, so Kendrick came back with a freestyle aimed straight for Drake's dome.
Nothing been the same since they dropped Control and tucked the sense of the rapper back in his pajama clothes.
But look, we're in the top 3, so these next facts are things not even his biggest fans know, cause I bet you didn't know his newest album draws from his earliest memories. See, Kendrick's project GNX is a tribute to the 1987 Buick Grand National, a car so fast it smoked a Porsche to become the fastest in the world. And this whip means so much, cause Kendrick was driven home straight from the hospital in this whip. Well, not exactly. See, Buick released a cheaper version called the GNX Regal 7, and with the new baby boy in the whip, Kendrick's dad stopped his mama from changing the radio so he could hear something real.
When I was in the car seat coming from the hospital, my pops was playing this really loud. My mom's was like, turn that shit down. He was like, no, let him hear it. This is music and it's good music. Big Daddy Kane.
Imagine that, the first sound a baby ever hears were the raw realities of the hood. And ever since, Kendrick was hungry to get his hands on one of the 200 GNXs in the world. I mean, when he was a kid, he had a replica. But look, as the world waited for Kendrick's new album after taking 2 years off, the answers were right in front of everyone's faces. See, in 2024, he posted on his Instagram burner account about his brand new GNX. But we've hit the top 2, and these facts are even more insane. See, Kendrick's life could have gone way different. Like, we're talking no music career, no Grammys, nothing. See, his music label partner, who he has taken over the music industry with, almost murdered Kendrick's dad. Yeah, it does sound insane, but it all came down to a few extra biscuits.
Yeah. Your dad was working at KFC.
Yep.
Top Dog went in to rob KFC, and he meets your father, and Top Dog's got a gun. Your dad somehow thinks, I don't want to get into any shit with this guy. I'm going to charm him. I'll even offer him some free KFC, and maybe he'll, won't get violent. And Top Dog liked your father.
True story.
And did not rob the KFC because of your dad.
Yeah.
And now you're working with Top Dog.
Funny how life is, right?
Isn't that weird?
Yeah,
that is the craziest story I've ever heard.
Nah, it is the craziest story.
I swear his whole life is straight out of a storybook. I mean, as a kid, he was front row to rap history for the craziest fact yet. Look, Kendrick's #1 influence is Tupac.
Physically seeing him, to hearing him on record, to him applying himself in the community and actually being right there with us. It's just something that I hold dear.
And even though Pac passed before they could bless us with a track together, Kendrick saw all he needed to see. I mean, when Kendrick was just 8 years old, he was at the video shoot of one of the most iconic songs of all time.
They were shooting a video in my neighborhood in Compton. My father seen him, went 2 blocks down, got me. By the time he got me, everybody was out there. It was like pandemonium, He put me on his shoulders. And there he was, Dr. Dre and Tupac right there. And I think it was a white Bentley. Yep, they were shooting a video, and that moment right there, whether I know it or not, subconsciously, I think it, eventually branched me off to what I'm doing now. It was already designed in destiny. 15 years later, I meet Dr. Dre, and I explain that story to him when I seen him, and he remembered that exact same moment, and remember them kids that was out there. And I said, Dre, I was one of them kids that was there.
One look at Pac and his life was changed. And years later, Kendrick was out at the same place inspiring the kids just like Pac did.
I just went back to that same Compton swap meet, jumped on the roof of the Compton swap meet and shot King Kunta there. You feel me? And all them kids was out looking. And a good friend of mine say, you was one of them kids looking at Pac when he was up here doing it. Now they looking at you, and it blew me away.
With one-of-a-kind facts like that, Kendrick is a walking legend.